You stand at the edge of a vast, untamed wilderness, the uncharted territory of your own potential. The wind howls with doubt, the shadows whisper failure, and the path ahead is shrouded in uncertainty. Yet within you burns a spark, a defiant flame that refuses to be extinguished. This is the power of ruthless self-belief, the unyielding conviction that you are destined for greatness. It is not a gentle hope or a timid wish, it is a war cry, a hammer striking the anvil of your soul, forging a life that bends the world to your will. Napoleon Hill, the relentless seeker of success's secrets, spent his life studying those who dared to believe beyond reason. Edison, Carnegie, Ford, Lincoln, men who did not ask for permission to reshape history. Their power was not in their circumstances, their wealth, or their genius. It was in their refusal to let doubt rule their minds. You are no different. Your heart beats with the same fire, your mind holds the same infinite potential. But you must choose to unleash it, to believe with a ferocity that shakes the stars. The mind is a battlefield, a crucible where every thought fights for dominance. It is not a neutral ground, it is a forge, and you are its master. Every day, you stand before it, shaping the raw ore of your thoughts into weapons of triumph or chains of defeat. Hill taught that all achievement begins in the mind, but so does all failure. Your thoughts are not fleeting, they are seeds, and the harvest they yield depends on what you plant. Picture a single seed, buried in the dark, cold earth. It could wither, forgotten, or it could break through, reaching for the sun, growing into an oak that defies the storms. Your belief is that seed. Plant it with unwavering conviction, nurture it with purpose, and it will grow into a force that nothing can stop. But let it be choked by fear, by hesitation, by the weeds of negativity, and it will become a ghost, haunting you with what could have been. Ruthless self-belief is the spark that ignites the forge. It is not a polite nod to your potential, it is a roar, a defiant stand against the voices that say you are not enough. Hill called it faith, not in some distant deity, but in the infinite power within you. Doubt is a cunning enemy. It does not charge, it creeps, whispering lies that burrow into your soul. You're too late, it murmurs. You're not ready. But look at the giants who shaped the world. Abraham Lincoln, a gangly lawyer with no pedigree, believed he could lead a fractured nation through its darkest hour. Walt Disney, bankrupt and broken, believed in a mouse that would charm the world. They were not born with crowns, they forged them, thought by thought, choice by choice. Belief is not about ignoring reality, it is about creating a reality others cannot yet see. It is standing in a barren field and envisioning a city, staring at a blank page and seeing a masterpiece. Clarity is the lens that sharpens belief into purpose. Without it, you are a ship lost in fog, drifting aimlessly while the world moves on. Clarity is not a gift, it is a conquest, won through relentless questioning of your soul. What do you want? Not what the world expects, not what your fears allow, but what sets your heart ablaze. Hill taught that desire is the starting point of all achievement, but desire without direction is a wildfire, beautiful, but destructive. Picture your life as a vast canvas, stretched before you, waiting for your brush. What do you paint? Not the muted tones of compromise, but the bold strokes of your deepest dreams. Sit with yourself. Write the answers. Speak them aloud. Let them carve a path through the chaos. Clarity is not a single epiphany, it is a fire, built log by log, question by question, until the way forward burns as bright as the sun. Vision is clarity's air, the blueprint of your destiny. It is not enough to know what you want, you must see it, feel it, live it in your bones. Vision is the architect's plan, the poet's verse, the composer's symphony before the first note is played. Andrew Carnegie did not just want wealth, he saw steel bridges spanning continents, factories humming with life, a nation forged in iron. His vision was so vivid it pulled him through betrayal, through hardship, through the skepticism of lesser minds. Your vision must be just as real. Close your eyes. See the life you were born to live, not the one you've settled for, but the one that makes your pulse race. See the colors of your triumph, hear the sounds of your success, feel the weight of your dreams in your hands. Write it down. Speak it into existence. Let it become a fire that nothing can extinguish. The mind cannot resist what it sees clearly. It will move mountains to make it real. Purpose is the fuel that feeds your vision. It is the why that makes the how possible. Purpose is not a lofty ideal reserved for the chosen few. It is a force, a reason to rise when the world feels heavy. Viktor Frankl, who survived the horrors of Auschwitz, said that those who found meaning could endure anything. Your purpose need not be grand, it need only be yours. It might be to create art that stirs souls, to build a business that lifts others, to be the rock your family leans on. Whatever it is, let it be a North Star, guiding you through the storms of doubt and distraction. Hill studied men like Henry Ford, who did not just build cars, he built a legacy of progress, a world where movement was freedom. Ford's purpose was not profit, it was possibility. Find your why. Let it be the heartbeat of your journey, the fire that carries you further than talent or luck ever could. Discipline is the steel that holds purpose in place. It is not celebrated in ballads, not glorified in headlines, but it is the difference between those who dream and those who do. Discipline is saying no to the easy path, to the voice that whispers, "Tomorrow is fine." It is showing up when you are tired, when you are afraid, when the world offers every excuse to quit. Hill marveled at Thomas Edison, who did not wait for inspiration to invent the light bulb. Edison worked, day after day, through 10,000 failures, because discipline was his compass. You are not your feelings. You are not your fatigue. You are your choices. Discipline is choosing to act when every fiber of your being craves comfort. It is the daily deposit in the bank of your future self, the quiet vow that you will not betray your own potential. Action is discipline's child, the tangible proof of your belief. Action is not perfection, it is motion. The world does not reward the flawless, it rewards the bold. Hill's philosophy was not about waiting for the perfect moment, it was about creating it. Edison did not wait for the light bulb to invent itself. He tried, failed, adjusted, tried again. Each failure was a step, each step a victory. What is your next step? Not the grand leap, not the final triumph, but the one action you can take today. Take it. Then take another. Momentum is a force of nature, and it begins with a single push. Action is the bridge between your mind and the world, the moment where dreams take root in reality. Do not wait for courage, act, and courage will follow. Gratitude is the quiet power that fuels endurance. It is not a forced smile or a shallow platitude, it is a lens, a way of seeing that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. Hill believed that gratitude tuned the mind to abundance, aligning it with opportunity rather than lack. Look around you. The breath in your lungs, the chance to try again, the lessons carved into your failures, they are gifts. Andrew Carnegie, at the height of his wealth, said his greatest treasure was the ability to appreciate what he had. Gratitude does not erase struggle, it gives you the strength to face it. It reminds you that you are not a victim of life, you are its architect. In the moments when the path feels steep, pause. Breathe. Find one thing, no matter how small, that anchors you to hope. Let it ground you, and then keep moving. Adaptability is the art of dancing with change. The world is not a static canvas, it is a river, ever shifting, sometimes calm, sometimes raging. Those who wield ruthless self-belief do not resist the current, they learn to navigate it. Darwin did not say the strongest survive, he said the most adaptable do. Hill's contemporaries, like John D. Rockefeller, thrived not because they avoided change, but because they embraced it. When markets shifted, when rivals rose, they pivoted, innovated, endured. Your plans will fail. Your expectations will shatter. That is not defeat, it is data. Learn from it. Adjust. Keep moving. The mind that believes in itself is not rigid, it is fluid, like water carving its way through stone. Adaptability is not surrender, it is strategy, the refusal to be broken by a world that never stands still. Resilience is adaptability's twin, the refusal to stay broken. Life will test you. It will knock you down, not once, but many times. Lincoln lost elections, buried children, faced a nation tearing itself apart, yet he rose, again and again, because his belief in himself was unbreakable. Resilience is not the absence of pain, it is the choice to keep going despite it. Hill taught that every adversity carries the seed of an equivalent benefit. Look for it. In your darkest moments, there is a lesson, a strength, a spark. Find it. Nurture it. Let it fuel you. The world respects those who rise, not those who never fall. Resilience is the courage to look at your scars and see not wounds, but badges of a life fiercely lived. Learning is the lifeblood of belief. The mind that stops growing dies. Hill spent decades studying the successful, not to bask in their glory, but to dissect their methods. He was a student until the end. So must you be. Read. Listen. Question. Seek mentors, not to follow blindly, but to stand on their shoulders. Edison's genius was not inborn, it was built, experiment by experiment, book by book. The world is a classroom, and every experience is a lesson. Failures teach more than successes. Critics sharpen more than compliments. Embrace them. Let them refine you. The mind that learns is a mind that evolves, and evolution is the path to greatness. Believe that you deserve to grow, and the universe will open its secrets to you. Courage is the heartbeat of ruthless self-belief. It is not the absence of fear, but the defiant choice to act in spite of it. Fear is a shadow, cast by the light of your potential, and it grows larger the closer you come to greatness. Napoleon Hill studied men like Henry Ford, who faced mockery for his horseless carriage, yet pressed forward, undeterred by the laughter of the world. Courage is not a feeling, it is a decision, a vow to step into the arena even when your knees tremble and the crowd is silent. The world will not cheer you in the beginning. It will doubt you, test you, tempt you to shrink. But courage is the fire that burns through the noise. It is the voice that roars, "I am enough." It is the refusal to let fear write your story. J.K. Rowling, rejected by 12 publishers, could have buried her manuscript in a drawer. Instead, she chose courage, believing her story deserved to be told. That courage birthed Harry Potter, a world that enchanted millions. Your courage is your power. Act, and fear will bow. Step forward, and the path will appear. Autosuggestion is the silent architect of courage. Hill taught that the subconscious mind is a fertile field, and every thought you plant takes root. Autosuggestion is not mere positive thinking, it is a deliberate act of programming your soul with the truths you choose. Your mind listens to the words you speak, the images you hold, the beliefs you repeat. Oprah Winfrey, born into poverty and pain, could have accepted the world's verdict that she was nothing. Instead, she spoke a different truth. She stood before mirrors, before empty rooms, and declared her worth. "I am destined for greatness," she told herself, and her subconscious listened. That belief carried her from a small-town newsroom to a global stage. You are the sculptor of your mind. Speak to yourself with conviction. Write your vision in bold letters. Say, "I am capable. I am unstoppable. I am worthy." Let those words sink into your bones. They are not empty, they are the foundation of your empire. Mastermind alliances are the scaffolding of your greatness. Hill believed that no one achieves success alone. Your belief in yourself is a flame, but it burns brighter when surrounded by others who share your fire. A mastermind is not a casual gathering, it is a coalition of minds, a circle of dreamers who challenge you, sharpen you, lift you higher. Andrew Carnegie, the steel titan, surrounded himself with advisors who were smarter than he was. He did not fear their brilliance, he harnessed it, building an empire that transformed a nation. Look at your circle. Are they anchors or wings? Do they dull your spark or fan it into a blaze? Seek those who see your potential, who hold you accountable, who refuse to let you settle. Steve Jobs did not build Apple alone, he had Wozniak, designers, visionaries who shared his dream. Your mastermind might be mentors, peers, even the wisdom of books or the stories of those who came before. build your alliance. Let it be the wind that carries you to heights you cannot reach alone. Sacrifice is the price of ruthless self-belief. Greatness is not a gift, it is a trade, a willing exchange of comfort for conquest. Hill studied men like Thomas Edison, who gave up sleep, security, and the approval of others to chase his vision. Sacrifice is not loss, it is investment, the choice to prioritize your dreams over your distractions. Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes of all time, sacrificed parties, rest, the carefree life of youth to train, to compete, to win. She chose the court over comfort, and it made her a legend. What are you willing to give up? The late night scrolling? The toxic relationships that drain your soul? The fear of being seen? Sacrifice is not punishment, it is power. It is the moment you decide that your future is worth more than your present ease. Every no to the trivial is a yes to your destiny. Choose wisely. The cost is high, but the reward is eternal. Time is your most precious currency. Hill warned that drifting, living without purpose, is the greatest tragedy of all. Every second you spend on fear, on procrastination, on pleasing others, is a second stolen from your greatness. The clock is ticking, not to scare you, but to awaken you. Marie Curie, toiling in a freezing shed, discovered radium because she treated time like gold. She did not waste it on doubt or distraction. Audit your days. Where does your time go? Does it serve your vision, or does it betray it? Cut what does not matter. Protect your hours like a fortress. Time is not your enemy, it is your canvas, and every moment is a brushstroke. Paint it with purpose. The world does not wait for the hesitant, it yields to those who seize the now. Persistence is the relentless pulse of self-belief. It is not glamorous, it is the grind, the long nights, the moments when you feel like you're shouting into the void. Hill called it the sustained effort that builds faith, the refusal to let setbacks define you. Elon Musk, mocked for his audacious dreams, watched his first rockets explode, his companies teeter on the edge of collapse. Yet he persisted, through failure, through ridicule, through the weight of a world that said he could not. Persistence is not about never falling, it is about rising every time you do. The world will slam doors in your face, laugh at your ambition, tempt you to quit. But persistence is the voice that says, not today. It is the courage to knock on one more door, to take one more step, to believe that the next attempt might be the one that changes everything. Your greatness is not a sprint, it is a marathon, and persistence is the rhythm that carries you to the finish line. Faith is the invisible force that fuels persistence. Not blind faith, but the kind Hill described, a burning belief that your vision is not just possible, but inevitable. Faith is what sustained Nelson Mandela through 27 years of imprisonment. Locked in a cell, stripped of freedom, he did not just hope for a free South Africa, he believed it was his destiny to build it. That belief carried him through darkness, through isolation, through moments when hope seemed a cruel illusion. Your faith must be just as fierce. It is not about ignoring the obstacles in your path, it is about knowing that you are bigger than they are. Faith is the whisper that says, this is not the end. It is the courage to bet on yourself when the world bets against you. Write your vision on your heart. Carry it like a torch. Let it light your way through the storms. Imagination is the workshop of your faith. Hill taught that the imagination is where all plans are born, where dreams take shape before they touch the world. There are two kinds, synthetic imagination, which reshapes existing ideas, and creative imagination, which taps into the infinite intelligence of the universe. Walt Disney was a master of both. Bankrupt, mocked, told his dreams were childish, he imagined a world where joy came to life. He saw castles, characters, entire kingdoms before a single brick was laid. Disneyland was not built with money, it was built with imagination. Your mind is the same workshop. Close your eyes. See the life you deserve, not the one you've settled for, but the one that sets your soul ablaze. See the colors of your triumph, hear the sounds of your success, feel the weight of your dreams in your hands. Let that image pull you forward. The world cannot resist a mind that dares to dream without limits. Influence is the ripple of your imagination. You are not a solitary flame, you are a torch, capable of igniting others. Hill's mastermind principle was not just about receiving support, but about giving it, about creating a cycle of growth that multiplies. Malala Yousafzai, a girl shot for daring to learn, turned her pain into a global movement for education. She did not stop at surviving, she chose to influence, to speak, to inspire. Her voice became a beacon, not because she sought fame, but because she sought change. Your influence is your power to shift the world. It is the kind word that saves a stranger, the idea that sparks a revolution, the example that shows others they too can rise. You are not here to hoard your greatness, you are here to share it. Who will you lift? What will you start? The world is not changed by those who wait, it is changed by those who act, who inspire, who believe their influence matters. Commitment is the bedrock of influence. It is the unwavering resolve to stay true to your vision, no matter the cost. Hill studied men like John D. Rockefeller, who faced vilification, betrayal, and chaos, yet remained committed to his empire and his philanthropy. Commitment is not a feeling, it is a vow. It is the promise you make to yourself when the path grows dark, when the world turns cold, when doubt creeps in. It is the choice to keep going when every fiber of your being begs for rest. Maya Angelou, who rose from trauma to become a voice for millions, did not just write, she committed to speaking truth, to lifting others, to living with purpose. Your commitment is your anchor. It is the voice that says, I will not quit. It is the fire that burns when all else fades. Make your vow. Write it in stone. Let it guide you. Joy is the unexpected gift of commitment. Greatness is not a grim march through a barren wasteland, it is a dance, a celebration of the life you are forging with every step. Napoleon Hill believed that a positive mental attitude was the key to unlocking the universe's abundance, a magnet that draws opportunity to those who radiate belief. Joy is not the absence of struggle, it is the choice to find meaning within it. Walt Disney, battered by bankruptcy and betrayal, never lost his childlike wonder. He built an empire of joy, not because life was kind, but because he chose to see the magic in every moment. Your journey will be heavy. There will be nights when doubt weighs like iron, days when the world feels like a storm. But in those moments, seek joy. Find it in the small victories, the page you wrote, the fear you faced, the stranger you helped. Joy is the spark that keeps your fire burning. It is the reminder that you are not just surviving, you are thriving, sculpting a life that sings with purpose. Connection is the heartbeat of joy. You are not a solitary pilgrim on this path, you are part of a vast, vibrant tapestry, woven with the threads of those who walk beside you. Hill's philosophy was rooted in the power of human connection, the idea that we rise together or fall apart. Your greatness is not a lone peak, it is a mountain range, built with others who share your vision. Martin Luther King Jr. did not dream alone. He stood with thousands, marched with millions, spoke for those whose voices were silenced. His belief was amplified by connection, by the hands he held, the hearts he moved. Seek your tribe. Find those who see your fire and fan it, who challenge you to climb higher, who remind you of your worth when you forget. Connection is not weakness, it is strength. It is the courage to be vulnerable, to share your dreams, to ask for help. You are not diminished by others, you are magnified. Build your bridges, not your walls, and watch your greatness soar. Humility is the quiet guardian of connection. It is not self-doubt, but the recognition that your greatness is part of a larger story. Hill taught that the most successful were those who learned from everyone, mentors, critics, even adversaries. Humility kept Andrew Carnegie grounded as he built his empire, kept Thomas Edison curious as he chased the impossible. It is the willingness to say, I don't know, but I will learn. It is the strength to listen, to grow, to evolve. The world is a chorus of voices, some will cheer, some will condemn. Humility lets you hear them all without losing your way. It reminds you that your throne is not above others, but beside them. Stay humble, not to shrink, but to expand. The greatest leaders are those who serve, who lift others as they rise. Your belief in yourself is ruthless, but your heart must be open. Infinite intelligence is the unseen current that flows through your humility. Hill believed that the mind is a receiver, capable of tapping into a universal reservoir of wisdom, ideas, and inspiration. This is not a mystical fantasy, it is the spark of creation that pulses through every inventor, every artist, every soul brave enough to listen. Marie Curie, working in a freezing shed, did not discover radium by chance. She tuned her mind to the frequency of possibility, pulling answers from the ether through relentless curiosity. You have the same access. In the quiet moments, when you silence the noise of the world, you can hear it, a whisper, a vision, a truth that feels bigger than you. Trust it. Nurture it. Let it guide you. Infinite intelligence is the wind at your back, the compass in your hand. It is the universe conspiring to help you become what you were born to be. But you must believe you deserve to receive it. Open your mind. Listen. Act. The answers are waiting. Legacy is the shadow you cast across time. It is not about wealth or fame, but about impact, the lives you touch, the hearts you awaken, the paths you illuminate. Hill believed that true greatness is achieved in service to something larger than yourself. Maya Angelou, who rose from trauma to become a voice for millions, did not just write, she inspired. Her words, her courage, her refusal to be silenced lifted generations. She said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Your legacy is the feeling you leave behind. It is the student who rises because you believed in them, the community that thrives because you built it, the dream that lives because you dared to chase it. Ask yourself, what mark will you leave? Not for your ego, but for the world. Your greatness is not complete until it ignites others to claim their own. Influence is the ripple of your legacy. You are not a solitary flame, you are a beacon, capable of lighting the way for others. Hill's mastermind principle was not just about building alliances, but about creating a cycle of growth that multiplies. Malala Yousafzai, a girl who faced death for daring to learn, turned her pain into a global movement. She did not stop at surviving, she chose to influence, to speak, to inspire. Her voice became a call to action, not because she sought glory, but because she sought change. Your influence is your power to shift the world. It is the kind word that saves a stranger, the idea that sparks a revolution, the example that shows others they too can believe. You are not here to hoard your greatness, you are here to share it. Who will you lift? What will you start? The world is not changed by those who wait, it is changed by those who act, who inspire, who believe their influence matters. Purpose Revisited is the compass that ties your legacy together. You begin this journey with a why, a fire in your soul that set you in motion. Now, as you stand taller, stronger, wiser, revisit it. Has it deepened? Has it grown? Your purpose is not a fixed star, it evolves as you do. Hill believed that purpose was the foundation of all achievement, but even foundations shift with time. Oprah Winfrey began with a desire to be seen, but her purpose grew into a mission to empower others. Your purpose might start as a spark, to create, to build, to heal, but it can become a blaze that lights the world. Sit with it. Ask again, why am I here? Let the answer guide you, not just to your greatness, but to the greatness you inspire in others. Your why is your anchor, your fuel, your North Star. Let it burn brighter with every step. Resilience Revisited is the fire that keeps your purpose alive. You have faced storms, and you will face more. Resilience is not a one-time victory, it is a daily choice, a relentless refusal to stay broken. Hill taught that every adversity carries the seed of an equivalent benefit, but you must seek it. Nelson Mandela did not emerge from 27 years of imprisonment bitter, he emerged stronger, his belief in justice unshaken. Your scars are not weaknesses, they are proof of your strength. Each fall, each failure, each moment of doubt is a forge, shaping you into something unbreakable. Look at your life. See the battles you fought, the dreams you've carried, the pain you've endured. They are not your defeat, They are your triumph. Resilience is the courage to stand in the wreckage and say, I am still here. It is the belief that no storm can extinguish your fire. Now, stand at the summit of your journey. Look back at the path, the doubts you shattered, the fears you conquered, the dreams you dared to chase. They are not accidents. They are the crucible that forged you. You are not the person who began this path. You are a force, a creator, a beacon. The world is not the same because you chose ruthless self-belief. But this is not the end, it is the beginning. Your greatness is not a trophy to display, but a fire to share. You are here to build, to inspire, to leave a mark that echoes through time. The universe is not a distant observer, it is your partner, your canvas, your stage. Close your eyes. See the life you were born to live, not the one you've been handed, but the one you deserve. See the people you will lift, the dreams you will spark, the world you will change. Feel the weight of your purpose, the heat of your courage, the pulse of your legacy. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not when you're ready, but now. The clock is ticking, not to limit you, but to remind you, you have everything you need. Your mind is the forge, your belief the fire, your actions the hammer. What will you create? Step forward. The power of ruthless self-belief is yours to wield. It is the spark that lights empires, the force that moves mountains, the truth that bends the universe to your will. Claim it with every breath, every choice, every step. The world is not waiting for you to feel worthy, it is waiting for you to act worthy. You are not here to drift, to settle, to fade. You are here to rise, to create, to become. The throne of your greatness is not a dream, it is your reality. Go now. Light the world with your fire. Your time is now.